Alright, I'm going to give you a demo of some of the new features in Cornerstone we've been working on since we posted the first demo video about 6 weeks ago. We got really great response from that video, lots of people writing in with feature requests and comments and questions, and we definitely appreciated it. So if you want to reach out to us, just drop us an email or comment on this video or comment on our Facebook page and we'll definitely get back to you. So the first thing I'll do is just give you an overview of Cornerstone if you're not familiar with it. There's a whole demo video on YouTube as well that shows all the basic features, but to give you an overview, Cornerstone enables multitasking on Android tablets. So if you take your current Android tablet and you open up a browser window, this is pretty much what it looks like. It's just a gigantic browser window. It's essentially the same thing as the phone screen, just blown up to a larger size. With Cornerstone, it enables you to multitask. So we take this larger screen size and we give you the ability to open multiple applications at once and use and interact with them. So in this case, I've got Maps application open down here. I've got Facebook open over here. And I can go and open any application I want, actually. I could go down here and open up Twitter. Any Android Market application you can download, you can use just like you can on an Android tablet without Cornerstone. So the first thing I'll show you is support for orientation. So when you rotate the device, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, flip the device around, and you can see what happens is the applications and the Cornerstone orient themselves appropriately based on the direction or on the orientation of the device. So we have now the browser window open here and Facebook and Twitter open down here. And you can use the Cornerstone just like you could in any other orientation. So you can close it and actually just focus on this browser window that you have open at the top, or you can open it up and have access to your other applications, Facebook and Twitter in this case. You can do the same things like swap the panels, swap the windows around. So I can hit that button and Twitter comes up to the top and Google comes down to the bottom. And do the same thing over here if I wanted to, and flip-flop around where Twitter is, where it came down to the bottom, and Facebook came up to the top. I'll just get the browser back up to the top. And one of the other things we've been working on is keyboard and text entry, because it gets a little more complicated with these multiple applications on the screen. So let's say you want to enter some text into the Google search box. That's pretty straightforward and pretty much what you're used to from before. You enter some text and Google performs a search for you. So that's pretty much what you're used to. The complexity comes in when you're trying to enter text into one of these lower applications, because the keyboard could actually come and overlay on top of the application itself. So we introduced this concept of the application actually sliding up while the keyboard is visible, so that you can actually see what you're doing. So for example, if I want to update my status on Facebook here and I click on that text box, what happens is the keyboard becomes visible, it comes up from the bottom of the screen, and the Facebook application slides up. So it's visible, the entire thing's visible, and you can enter text. And then when the keyboard goes away, when I hit back, what happens is the keyboard slid down and the Facebook application came back to where it was before too. So that works out pretty well. Make sure that you can actually see what you're doing when you're trying to enter text and do different things. One of the other things we have been working on is essentially subtle changes that make a big difference and become important, especially when you have all these applications open. So how does the user know which application has the focus currently or which last been used? So if you use Facebook, you'll see that this bar is blue, this Facebook bar is blue. If I go and use the Twitter application, you'll see that now the Twitter bar is blue. And that becomes important because let's say you hit the menu key or the back key, you need to know which application that's going to have an effect on, and that's basically the last focused application. One of the other things we've been working on is dialogues, because sometimes applications present you some options or they give you some choices or give you some piece of information, they pop up a little window. And that becomes a little more complex too when you have multiple applications running. So for example, let's say on Facebook here, if I hold this down, I get this window that tells me I can comment or view a profile or whatever it might be. And what we did was make sure that while those dialogues are present, you can't go and use the other applications at that same time. You need to deal with that dialogue first, and that makes sure that there's consistency within the UI. So it's a great user experience. If multiple applications are popping up dialogues concurrently, you have a way to interact and use them, so it doesn't nobody gets confused. So that's about it. Thank you, and we look forward to hearing what you guys think. Definitely leave a comment or send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Bye.